The raw material of granite is large in volume. We need to crush the granite into the stones and sand in the building aggregate. Then, it needs to go through coarse crushing, medium crushing and fine crushing. Only after these three crushing systems, we can get the building aggregates that meet the requirements. 1. Coarse crushing stage of granite crushing. Conventionally, coarse crushing generally uses equipment that is crushed by laminating technology. Normally, jaw crushers are used in sand and gravel yards. The jaw crusher has a simple structure and stable operation. The crushing capacity is large, and the inlet specifications are various. The inlet that can swallow the crushed materials are also larger, so it is suitable for the coarse crushing of various materials. 2. Medium crushing stage of granite crushing. Because of the high wear resistance and hardness of granite, the wear-resistant parts are very severely worn during the crushing process. Therefore, it is necessary to crush the granite to a size close to the required finished product size first, and then perform the final shaping and crushing. Among all the crushers, the crushing equipment using the lamination principle has the lowest loss of vulnerable parts. Therefore, the lamination crushing equipment is still used in the medium crushing stage. In the medium crushing stage, you can choose a fine jaw crusher or choose the cone crusher of the laminated crushing principle. Is used for crushing the granite. If the capacity demand is large, it is recommended to use a cone crusher. The cone crusher can feed full material, also called full cavity feeding, and the size of the discharge port can be adjusted in a wide range, which can produce qualified products with uniform grains. If the particle size requirements of the finished product are not so strict, the stone material broken through the cone crusher can be used as the finished material. 3. Fine crushing stage of granite crushing. Through the first to coarse crushing and medium crushing stages, the originally large block granite has been crushed to a particle size close to the size of the finished building aggregate. But if there are requirements for the size of the finished product, or for granite sand making, the crushing operation of fine crushing is also required. This link of fine crushing can be called shaping and crushing or sand making crushing. The impact crusher or vertical shaft impact crusher is most suitable for this crushing stage. The choice of these two equipment depends on the demand for the proportion of sand and gravel. If the stone requires a large proportion, then we can use impact crusher for fine crushing. If the sand requires a large proportion, then we use a vertical shaft impact crusher for the final fine crushing operation. 4. Screening and classification stage. After the granite is crushed by the crusher, it needs to be screened. The stone or sand that meets the particle size requirements is transported to the finished material area through the conveyor belt, and the stone that does not meet the specifications is returned to the crusher for crushing again. For more details and prices, please contact our 24-hour online customer service.